It was a critical day at Zhongqing No. 2 High School. Class 5, Grade 3 was buzzing with anticipation as the unified exam loomed large. 20 years of relentless hard work had led to this moment. The stakes were high, and every student was determined to give it their all. Class teacher Chun Fan stood before them, his voice firm yet encouraging. Those taking the liberal arts exam, make sure they're all set for tomorrow. Double check your stationery tonight so they're not caught off guard. Then his gaze shifted to the students preparing for the martial arts exam. And those who are taking the martial arts exam, don't forget to prepare their combat gear and weapons. This is their chance to showcase their skills, so make sure they're equipped and ready to perform at their best. The teacher's piercing gaze settled on Xu Jingming. He is emphasizing this one last time, he warned, his voice serious. There's a risk of death in the martial arts college exam. Those who awaken ability below D level are not recommended to choose the martial arts college entrance. Xu Jingming's eyes widened slightly as he murmured to himself, "Is he calling me out?" A flutter of anxiety danced in his chest. As a transmigrator, Xu Jingming took a deep breath and silently introduced himself to the world of Blue Star, a world of contrasts. On one hand, the technology level was familiar, with all the advancements and conveniences that came with it. On the other hand, the existence of terrifying, bloodthirsty, and ferocious beasts added a layer of danger and unpredictability to everyday life. Awakened individuals with superpowers played a crucial role in resisting these ferocious beasts. These individuals, with their unique abilities, were the frontline defense against the beast threat. In the world of Blue Star, the age of 16 marked a significant milestone as it was when individuals could awaken their unique abilities. The diversity of these abilities added a fascinating layer to society. Each person possessed their own distinct power, and the strange, unpredictable nature of these abilities led to a wide range of possibilities, from practical and useful powers to more unusual and creative ones. This created a complex and dynamic society where individuals with different abilities needed to work together to survive and thrive amidst the ferocious beasts. The rating system in Blue Star had 9 levels, from A to G, providing a clear hierarchy of abilities. Most people could only learn skills from rank F to D, suggesting that higher ranks were exceptionally challenging to attain. This limitation created a sense of aspiration and competition among awakened individuals, with those striving to reach the higher ranks. The rarity of individuals surpassing rank D made them stand out, and their abilities were highly sought after. Xu Jingming's great ability was weak electricity, similar in power to a stun baton. This ability could be useful in close-range combat, allowing him to incapacitate opponents or beasts temporarily. Xu Jingming's face burned with embarrassment and frustration as he listened to Huang Tian's words. The repetition of Teacher Chen's discouraging remarks felt like a punch to the gut. E-grade trash, echoed in his mind, making him wonder if he was indeed good enough for the martial arts exam. Huang Tian's tone seemed almost amused, as if enjoying Xu Jingming's predicament. The suggestion to take the liberal arts track and work as a small clerk felt like a fate worse than death. Xu Jingming shouted at Huang Tian, "It's none of your business, Huang Tian." "Humph, I'll let you know who's the best in the unified exam." Huang Tian's words were laced with mockery and condescension, dripping with disdain. "Pretty boy, you'll just die on the exam ground," he sneered, eyes gleaming with amusement. The phrase "pretty boy" stung, implying Xu Jingming was fragile and weak, a harsh blow. Xu Jingming looked at him as Huang Tian left. Lynching, trying to calm the situation, said in a calm and soothing tone, "Don't mind what he said. Everyone has their own value. Changing your major to liberal arts and living your life in the city wouldn't be so bad. Would it?" Lin Qing's words seemed like a genuine attempt to help Xu Jingming see reason, not to provoke. He highlighted the potential benefits of a more stable and secure path rather than risking everything on the martial arts exam. In the Great Xia Kingdom, the education system was divided into 2 distinct disciplines, liberal arts and martial arts. This division was based on an individual's abilities and combat potential. Those with lower ability levels or lacking confidence in combat were steered toward liberal arts. This path allowed them to pursue a more ordinary life, free from the dangers and challenges of martial arts. The stakes were high for those who chose the martial arts path. The unified exam required them to enter a designated location and engage in a fight to the death against fierce beasts. This brutal and unforgiving test meant only the strongest and most skilled would survive. The ultimate goal of passing the unified exam was gaining entry into the Ability University, a prestigious institution offering advanced training and mentorship. After several years of rigorous training under experienced mentors, students could break through the unranked system and become true ranked ability users, unlocking powerful strengths and skills. Xu Jingming's thoughts turned darker as he recalled the tragic fate of his parents, who had died in a beast-tide. This personal loss fueled his determination to become stronger and take the martial arts unified exam. He felt that avoiding the exam wouldn't guarantee safety, given the ever-present threat of beast invasions. With this painful memory, his resolve to face the challenges of the martial arts exam grew stronger. He saw this path as a way to honor his parents' memory and protect himself and others from similar tragedies. The weight of his past experience drove his actions and decisions forward. Returning to his apartment, Xu Jingming's determination to take the martial arts exam burned brighter than ever. As he entered his humble abode, he picked up his trusty spear, the familiar weight comforting in his hands. With a focused gaze, he began to train, his movements swift and precise. As he practiced, a faint hum of electricity emanated from his body, crackling with energy. The air around him vibrated with the power of his E-grade ability, weak electricity. Exhaustion soon caught up with him, and his movements slowed. He finally came to a stop, his chest heaving with exertion. He can't practice anymore, he thought, muscles aching and breathing labored. The electricity coursing through his body began to dissipate, leaving him drained. He leaned against the wall, his spear slipping from his grasp, closing his eyes and letting the weariness wash over him. Despite the exhaustion, he knew he couldn't give up. The martial arts exam was just around the corner, and he had a long way to go. Since his ability had awakened, Xu Jingming had chosen a long spear as his companion. For 2.5 years, he had dedicated himself to mastering spear techniques. However, despite his prolonged practice, his proficiency remained at a beginner's level. Despite his struggles, he had high hopes for a technique that might elevate his skills, the spear technique, Lightning Gale Break. It was a powerful move that would undoubtedly make him stronger, but the steep price of 300,000 was a major hurdle. The reality of the martial arts world was harsh, with a growing number of student deaths among those below D class. For Xu Jingming, gaining entry into an awakened university was a matter of survival, and he knew he had to fight with every ounce of strength he possessed. The stakes were high and the competition fierce. His determination to succeed was fueled by the knowledge that his future depended on it. He was willing to push himself to the limit, take risks, and face challenges head-on in pursuit of a better life. Suddenly, the screen flickered to life, displaying a message in bold, futuristic font. System activation successful. Xu Jingming's eyes scanned the screen, reading newbie gift package and chat system for transmigrators. A surge of excitement mixed with trepidation coursed through him. "Do you want to claim the newbie gift package?" the screen asked, offering a tantalizing prospect. His mind whirled with possibilities. What could the gift package contain? Would it be a powerful technique, a valuable resource, or something else entirely? And what was the chat system for transmigrators? His excitement reached a boiling point as he eagerly asked, "What's in the gift package?" The system responded, "Newbie gift package includes S-rank super ability, 200 ability points." His eyes widened in awe, a huge grin spreading across his face. An S-rank ability was the pinnacle of power, and 200 ability points would give him immense flexibility to customize his skills. Xu Jingming's mind reeled at the implications of possessing an S-rank super ability. In a major country like Xiaohua, it typically took 3 to 4 years for an individual to awaken their abilities. But an S-rank ability from the start? That was unprecedented. He knew with such immense power, he would be highly sought after. Top ability universities would fight tooth and nail to recruit him, showering him with resources and opportunities. He would likely be cultivated into a top-tier powerhouse with the best instructors, facilities, and training programs at his disposal. Sweat dripped down Xu Jingming's forehead as he gazed at the system screen, determination burning in his eyes. An E-rank trash like me still has a chance to defy fate and change my destiny, he thought, his resolve solidifying. With a deep breath, he raised his hand and his voice echoed through the room. Claim! The system screen flickered with a triumphant message. Newbie gift package claimed successful. Xu Jingming's eyes widened as he read on. 200 ability points have been credited, but it was the next line that truly caught his attention. S-rank super ability, Purple Cloud Thunder Gods, lightning is being distributed. His heart was enveloped in a crackling aura of lightning, and the system screen displayed the progress. 10%. Suddenly, electrical energy surged, spreading throughout his body. As the progress bar ticked upward, Xu Jingming's entire form became shrouded in majestic, purple-hued lightning. The air around him vibrated with electric potential, and his body glowed with otherworldly energy. The system screen displayed progress. 20%. As the purple lightning intensified, the air was filled with the acrid smell of ozone, and the sound of crackling energy grew louder. The lightning burst forward from his body, damaging the surroundings. Furniture splintered, walls cracked, and windows shattered as the uncontrolled energy wreaked havoc on the apartment. Neighbors gathered below, shocked and frightened by the explosion and burst of purple lightning. Some pointed and gasped. Others quickly pulled out their phones to call for help. One neighbor, Mrs. Lee, quickly dialed the emergency number, shouting, "Hello! Hello! There's a fire or something happening at Xu Jingming's apartment. Please send someone quickly." Xu Jingming's body arched in agony as the system screen flashed progress. 50%, 60%, 70%. The purple lightning raged through his body, threatening to consume him from the inside out. The pain was excruciating, as if his cells were being rewritten by the intense energy. His vision blurred, breathing became ragged, and he felt as if being forged in a crucible of electricity. His body was transforming through the S-rank ability. One neighbor, an elderly man named Mr. Wong, looked up at the sky and frowned. "Why did the sky suddenly turn dark?" he asked aloud. Confusion etched on his face. Others followed his gaze and noticed the ominous tone of the sky. On the other side of the city, an elder man from the military council gazed upward, expression stern. "Terrifying thunder," he muttered. He sensed some kind of heavy pressure. A powerful lightning attribute ferocious beast is about to invade. With a commanding voice, he ordered a subordinate. "Zhongqing's 3rd Legion, enter alert status. Prepare our lightning-resistant armor and mobilize the electric shock squad. We must be ready to respond at a moment's notice." The subordinate nodded swiftly and relayed the orders, activating the Legion's emergency protocols. Elder Man Wu's remained fixed on the sky, calculating the potential threat and preparing for battle. "We will not let this beast catch us off guard. Prepare the city's defenses and get the troops ready to deploy." A majestic lightning dragon appeared in the sky, its electric body crackling with energy as it swooped toward Xu Jingming's apartment. The air was charged with anticipation, and the dragon's arrival coincided with Xu Jingming's transformation. As the dragon drew closer, Xu Jingming's body surged with even more intense purple lightning, and he let out a mighty scream. The system screen flashed rapid updates: 80%, 90%, 99%. Finally, it displayed 100% ability transformation completed. The purple lightning dissipated, revealing a transformed individual. His eyes glowed with inner light, and his aura pulsed with incredible power. The lightning dragon hovered above, its presence seeming to acknowledge Xu Jingming's newfound abilities. With a mighty roar, Xu Jingming raised his hands, and the air around him crackled with electricity. He had become a master of the lightning attribute, and the world would soon tremble at his power. With a surge of exhilaration, Xu Jingming gazed at his hands, now imbued with the S-rank ability. Purple Haven Divine Thunder. The electric baton he once wielded seemed like a toy compared to this newfound power. One hit from him was enough to shatter a person. He surveyed the destruction caused by the uncontrolled energy release. Furniture was overturned, walls cracked, and windows shattered. "This commotion is a bit too big," he thought. His eyes lit up as he recalled the newbie gift pack. Oh, right. It also gave him 200 ability points, he remembered. Curious, he focused on the ability points. The system displayed a detailed explanation. Ability points can be obtained by killing fierce beasts. Consuming ability points can increase level and upgrade skills. You can view your ability points and upgrade options in the system panel. Xu Jingming chuckled to himself, enjoying the simplicity and power of the system. He just loves this kind of simple and crude cheat, he thought, grinning. With a thought, he opened the system panel, and a holographic display flickered to life in front of him. The panel displayed his information. Name, Xu Jingming. Photo, holographic image of Xu Jingming's face. Skills, Purple Haven. Divine Thunder, S rank other skills. Physique 121Q. Chi Blood Spirit 140 Hz. Spear Arts Basic. Lightning Gale Break Basic. Ability points, 200. Xu Jingming couldn't help but grin, appreciating the system's straightforwardness. It allowed him to focus on what mattered most, getting stronger. With the unified exam just around the corner, he knew he had to make the most of his 200 ability points. He decided to let the system handle the allocation, trusting its calculations to maximize his combat power. Xu Jingming pondered the system's words. The essence of superpower lies in the human body and mind. Let's first enhance those to basic attributes. He gazed at the system screen, which displayed his current attributes. Strength 142. As the purple lightning coursed through his veins, Xu Jingming felt an intense surge of energy. His body seemed to be electrified, and he could sense the power coursing through his muscles and cells. This is what it feels like to boost blood energy and mineral power. With a fierce cry, Xu Jingming bent down and unleashed a flurry of punches, his fist flying in every direction. As he struck, lightning burst forth from his body, crackling with electricity. The air was filled with the accurate smell of ozone as the lightning danced across a room. Each punch sent a bolt of lightning shooting out from his fists, illuminating the space with brilliant flashes of light. The sound of thunder boomed through the air, shaking the very foundations of the room with his basic attributes enhanced. Xu Jingming noticed a significant improvement in his overall abilities. Whether he was using combat techniques or manipulating powers, everything seemed to be amplified accordingly. His movements became more fluid and precise. His strength increased and his agility allowed him to dodge attacks with ease. Even his Purple Haven Divine Thunder seemed more potent, its power surging through him like never before. Xu Jingming pondered the significance of the attribute increase. Both attributes increased by 20 points, he thought. That means each ability point equals 0.2 blood energy or 0.2 hertz. He glanced at the system screen which displayed his updated physique. Physique 141. With his current strength, Xu Jingming felt confident that getting into a superpower university would be a breeze. However, he couldn't help but wonder about his standing among the over 700,000 students in Yang Province. Where did he rank among the prodigies who had been trained by elite mentors since childhood? Xu Jingming grasped the spear firmly, feeling its familiar weight and balance in his hand. Let's go to the martial hall and test my exact state, he thought, a sense of anticipation building within him. The firefighter burst into the room, kicking open the door with urgency. We've got a rescue call. There's a fire here, he exclaimed, his voice firm and commanding. Xu Jingming's eyes widened as he realized the situation. It was probably caused by a fluctuation from my power training, he thought, feeling a surge of concern. However, as he assessed the situation, he noticed that the fire was already under control. It's under control now, I see, he said calmly. The firefighter's expression changed to one of relief, and he nodded. Apprenticeship resolved. Fall back, he said into his comms device before turning to Xu Jingming. All right, situation under control. The firefighter shook his head, chuckling. Such a huge commotion. And it turns out it was just a student training their power. The next generation is truly impressive, he said with a mix of amusement and admiration. The neighbor asked, was everything okay with the fire earlier? Your problem is under control. Xu Jingming replied, good, from the look of it. The neighbor then inquired, heading to the martial hall? Yeah, going there to get some practice. Xu Jingming replied to the neighbor. So, the entrance exam is tomorrow and he is still training. Not like my kid who's stressing over the exam right now. For an awakened individual, becoming a full-fledged superpower user required rigorous training of both physique and mind to boost power output. As a result, martial halls that provided training spaces and instruction became increasingly popular. However, not every family could afford the luxury of a private training room, making these public facilities a vital resource for many aspiring superpower users. The two most renowned chain martial halls in the Xian nation were indeed Thunderclap and Violent Bear. Both institutions had a long history of producing skilled superpower users and were highly respected within the martial community. Xu Jingming's eyes widened in surprise as he turned to look at the person approaching him. Wait, isn't that Tang Xi? His cousin, he thought, a mix of curiosity and familiarity rising within him. Qi, yeah. What brings you to Thunderclap Martial Hall? Xu Jingming asked, curiosity getting the better of him. Tang Xi smiled and replied, just here with a friend. Got it. Then I'll head to the training room, Xu Jingming said, nodding. Tang Xi thought to herself, he seems different than before. Noticing a change in Xu Jingming's demeanor, her friend asked, nudging her playfully, who's that? Kind of handsome, eyeing Xu Jingming with interest. Angie said, Xu Jingming, he is my cousin. He is in senior year like us, taking the martial exam tomorrow. She introduced him casually without much fanfare. Her friend's eyes lit up with curiosity, likely intrigued by the mention of the martial exam and Xu Jingming's connection to Tang Xi. Her another friend teased, why are you asking so many questions? You're crushing on him already, Xia, Xioya playfully replied. Totally with that face. As long as he's not weak, he'll make a great boyfriend. Definitely impressive in public. She giggled, nudging Tang Xi with her elbow. Tang Xi said, you might be disappointed. He only awakened an E-rank ability. Xia replied, E-rank? What shame? Tang Xi's another friend chimed in. Competing in a martial exam with just an E-rank ability. Got to admire the courage. Tang Xi frowned, concern etched on her face. So, what if he's brave? It's way too risky. It'd be better if he didn't take the exam at all. Xia said, all right, let's not talk about that. We came to check out the Thunderclap Martial Hall, didn't we? They chatted among themselves, their conversation flowing easily. True, I've trained at Violent Bear all 3 years of high school. This is my first time in Thunderclap. Relaxing before the exam is good for your mental state. Let's go. With that, they strolled further into the martial hall, taking in the sights and sounds of the bustling facility. Xu Jingming stood opposite to a target holding a spear. He thought to himself, the fear feels lighter. Or maybe it's because my physique got stronger. He glanced at the spear in his hand, his mind wandering to the upcoming exam. But the unified exam is tomorrow, not the time to find a better weapon. With a resolute nod, he refocused on his training. Determined to make the most of the time he had left, he took a deep breath, focusing his energy. Let's see what my full strength looks like. Without power enhancement, with a swift and powerful motion, he stabbed the spear directly into the target. The impact was loud and solid, the spear sinking deep into the target's surface. Xu Jingming observed the result, gauging his own strength and technique. The training room's walls and equipment were made of basic memory metal, a material that could auto-repair within its resistance limit. This meant that the targets and other training equipment could withstand a significant amount of damage before needing manual repair. The memory metal would slowly return to its original shape, erasing any signs of damage. This feature made the training room a convenient and efficient place for students like Xu Jingming to hone their skills. My raw physical strength is now double what was before, Xu Jingming noted, pleased with his progress. Most awakened ones top out at 100 calories in strength. He cracked a small smile, feeling a sense of confidence. Now let's try Purple Heaven Divine Thunder. He stretched out his hand, channeling his power into it. His hand started glowing with thunder, and a lightning bolt rushed forth, striking the target with destructive force. The energy released was immense, measuring 3,021 calories. The target shook violently under the impact, and the air was filled with the accurate smell of ozone. Expected of an S-rank power, this is insane, Xu Jingming exclaimed, stunned by the sheer force of the Purple Heaven Divine Thunder. The average first-tier power user only hits 1,000 calories, and I'm not even officially Tier 1 yet. My output is like a mid-tier, first-tier user. He was both amazed and a little struck by the unexpected potency of his ability. Realizing that strength powers were on a completely different level, he thought to himself, this isn't my full potential. With a fierce determination, he gripped his spear tightly. Thunder began to cover his body as he combined his physical strength, power enhancement, and combat techniques. That's my trump card, he declared. With a swift and deadly motion, he moved forward and stabbed his spear into the target. A purple lightning ball was created at the tip of the spear, and he shouted, "Lightning Gale!" A very powerful light occurred, illuminating the surroundings in a brilliant, electrifying glow. The sheer force of the attack was awe-inspiring, and the resulting explosion of energy left no doubt about the devastating power of the lightning gale technique. The whole building started to shake, and everyone was terrified, thinking it was an earthquake. On the same floor, Tong Chi and her friend exchanged worried glances. Such strong energy fluctuation. That's definitely power user level, her friend said, her voice filled with excitement and curiosity. Xiaoya asked, isn't this floor only for high school training students? Her friend replied, but all the freaks who reached that level early this year are training at Violent Bear, right? Maybe one of those freaks came here for a change or a new power user student emerged. Tang Chi's eyes sparkled with interest. Let's go check it out. Together, they headed towards a source of disturbance, eager to see what was happening. Angie said, the energy wave seems to be coming from nearby. On the way, they met Xu Jingming. Tang Chi asked Xu Jingming if he was heading home. He replied, yeah, just want to get back and prepare a bit more. Tang Chi said, all right, good luck on the exam tomorrow, but also stay safe. Xu Jingming left. Her friend said, forgot him. The energy fluctuations coming from here. They reached near a room. Its walls were cracked. Tang Chi asked, is it here? They confirmed it when they opened the door, and they were in complete shock. All the things in the training room were completely destroyed. They were horrified by seeing such destruction had happened to the training room. Tang Chi and her friend were in complete shock.